Right now we are in Burundi, the biggest city here, and it's a crowded city, 30 million people in the country, and Burundi is often called the poorest country in the world. So I don't know what kind of experience we can share from this part of the world. Before we came here, we kind of knew what to expect. Over here, we were connected with a friend who is a friend of my friend. He's actually helping us going around the town with his car. The first of all, what the biggest thing that actually would be felt here is there is no gas. There's a long line for, in the pump. The pump is completely dry. It may take 2-3 days. Government has a fuel rate. Some people may get gas after waiting in a long line 2-3 days, and they will get few liters. And most of the gasoline is actually sold in the black market. 1 gallon of gas could cost 30 to 40 US dollar. And this is not because of the war that going on in the Middle East. This has been happening for 6-7 years, and probably is due to their currency, and their the income from the foreign currency is very low. They cannot purchase gas, so people are suffering. And most people here is a great picture of poverty. And the reason that we should ask, or we can recommend that people should visit this country, is because this is the only way probably you can feel appreciated. You understand that how much you have, how much resource that we consume, and how lucky we are. And my friend, who actually is a local, Faiz, who is driving us around, and he actually told us that you can have a labor work for you for the entire month only for US dollar 20 US dollar. People doesn't have money, so we've been driving around. We stopped in a few places. We didn't try to interact with people directly, because this is a place that very close to Congo, and we know that Ebola is spreading. But on the roadside, some places we stopped, and it's a little money, but we tried to help some people, and we saw with a very little how much a smile or the happiness, momentary probably, you can expect to see. And this is Burundi, one of the poorest country in the world. And situation is not good, but one should come here and visit it and see with your own eyes that what is going on here. Most people probably doesn't have, and we didn't even go to the outside of Bujumbura, because if you go to the rural area, you probably get a better picture. But we have been driving through the city, town, and neighborhood, and this is probably the better part of the country. And after that, we can only leave this for your imagination, that how people actually survive in the countryside. So this is real Africa. The country was colonized by Belgium, so there is influence here. People speak French here. Very few people actually speak English, so that's the difficulties if you're visiting here. And when you landed into the airport, this is a poor country. The system is all manual. You got to get visa, you got to pay for it, then you go through the immigration. When we were doing our immigration, the guy, he's probably like a 60s. He smiled at me, and he leaned towards me. He was saying if I could help him. And I knew what is going on. So I was just making a little fun, that I told him that, hey, if we do it here, that doesn't look good. Maybe you need to go outside with me so I can help you. Then he was actually showing the passport, that if I can push something within the passport, that will be much appreciated. I did it, and it's not a bribing him. He would do his job anyway, but it is think about it, is helping people, because anywhere you go, you can see on the street, there are people, they're wondering, they'll be asking money, they'll be asking help, not in a bad way. They're not dangerous or any way, they're not going to steal, or they're not going to push you, or they're not going to come touch you. They're not going to, try to take your stuff from you. It just the unfortunate people, you can see many. We knew what kind of situation that we'll be into. And this is what it is. Nothing bad. It's a different part of the world. It's a different living. And this is one of the reasons that I would say that you must come here and see for yourself, to make you feel good about your own life. They're leaving Burundi, but just 24 hours before I came to know there is a travel restriction. CDC and the Homeland Security, they have travel restriction on the people who is coming from Uganda, or our flight will actually make a stop in Uganda. So that counts as like you are coming from Uganda. Therefore, we have to go through one of the three airport in US. So we can't go back to the New York City. We'll be going to Washington D.C. and they will do the health screening. From there, they will decide whether we can move on to our, the domestic destination and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of hassle. So I had to change our flights, and now we're rerouting to Washington D.C. And from there, I have to manage a domestic flight to go to New York, and this is where I left my car. So this is a a wonderful trip, but the travel is not always easy. It comes with a lot of burden. Things happen like that. But since we're here, we mostly did a little bit of self drive. We're not in the big city or town, and the moment that we heard about this Ebola is spreading, we actually took all the precautions possible. We didn't get in contact with people or anything like that. The other way is to look into that. I know that it is dangerous when people talk about the virus, and from the COVID we had our lesson. But the think about there's a two death in Uganda. There are multiple cases, but it's a big continent. Congo, they may have, that's probably the hot spot for the origin of this virus, and that's like the 1,000 kilometer from where we are. Again, it is better to be safe than sorry. But it's a big continent, and living life and people's situation here is not like a Western country. So the way the Western country can think about this preventing virus is not going to happen like that. So if I'm sure they try their best to to take all the precautions. But if you really see the life and people here, it is difficult. But hopefully everything is gonna cool down. Everything will be fine, and we'll be home tomorrow night, and everything will be fine for us. We're perfectly fine, healthy, and since we travel a lot, we know this kind of stuff, what to do, what not to do. But still, there is a luck, and hopefully nothing bad will happen.